Theodora Rutherford was the first Black student to attend Columbia Business School. As the only Black woman in the class, it was very difficult for her to find study partners.
Listen, you don't know what things were suffered by Black people at that time.
She was the only one in what was certain a hostile, toxic environment, and she stayed the course.
Theodora is someone that I think that we all should seek to emulate, similar to like your Ruby Bridges of the world. It's always Black women that are leading the charge in a lot of ways, and typically don't always get the credit or get the recognition that they deserve.
I was born in 1966. There were literally like 50 Black students at accredited MBA schools in the country.
That we've got to give ourselves to this struggle until the end.
In 1968, April 4th, that's the day when Martin Luther King is assassinated. There was this very powerful racial reckoning. I think schools, professional schools, including business schools, including medical schools, including law schools, just started to say, like, what role can we play in making a difference? So the Black voices started to get heard. Huey Mills, who started working for Columbia in 1968. When he started, there were like 4 Black students at Columbia, and then within 2 years, there were like 70.
I attended Columbia Business School from 1976 to 1978. It was the beginning of Black students getting MBAs at major Ivy League universities. It was 2 Columbias. You know, there were the white students and the Black students. We all had very high esteem of ourselves, and we had no question in our minds that we couldn't perform at the very highest levels.
I was at Columbia Business School from 1995 to 1997. We were there when the OJ verdict came down. There was a horde of students and faculty and administrators standing in the main hall of Euroswing because they had TV screens everywhere. You could see the divide. Our otherness was particularly acute at that moment.
Being one of few Black people in my schools throughout my life has definitely impacted me. When no one looks like you, it can feel very lonely.
The pressure, the weight of being the only is real. I know that I am one of the few resources that our students have on the faculty to really be able to be real with somebody. Paul Laurence Dunbar has this amazing poem about we wear the mask, and as people of color in predominantly white institutions or environments, to be able to take off that mask and be like, what's really going on, and share that, it's invaluable. So I love to be able to provide that.
The numbers tell the story. If you look at the best business schools in the country, you're gonna find very few Black or Latinx, for that matter, or Native American scholars who are professors at those schools. If you want to change what happens in the diversity of business, the business world, you need to also change what happens in the front of the classroom.
In the 2020-2021 academic year, I co-chaired the Race, Diversity, and Inclusion Task Force, and it was really a listening tour. We listened to faculty, students, staff, and it was an intense experience. And it really shed light on the fact that, wow, there's a lot of work to be done in terms of changing the culture to make sure that it is more inclusive.
We admitted 60 African-American students this current cycle, and the year before, for the class in the fall, we admitted 57. The year prior to that, it was 27. I'm really glad that things are a lot different now, but we still have ways to go as an institution, and I'm always excited when I see current students still push and challenge us to be better, because we can't rest in our laurels or pat ourselves on the back.
I had a really good experience here at Columbia. You know, I really enjoyed the time here. I still have very close friends from those years, and I learned a lot.
I look back on my time at CBS with fond memory. It was a wonderful 2 years. I wouldn't trade it for anything, but I do hope that in all the time since I've been there, that CBS is now far more reflective of the community around it, and will therefore be that business school that feeds the world with brilliant, diverse leaders and business strategists of color.